Hello, this is Too Many Username of the QCF, or Queen City Fighters. Welcome to our channel. You can just call me Tooms for short. You may have encountered me through various discords. So this is just kind of like an explanation video I thought I'd give for people that aren't part of those discords that somehow stumble upon our channel and decide to look at the combo maps. So that's the discussion topic, combo cartography or mapping. So where did this all stem from? Well, where do we even start? Back in 2009, when Street Fighter 4 really popped up its head, that was kind of the start of a new era of fighting games, right? And what happened was there was a lot of YouTube videos flooding the internet. Various tutorial systems or just YouTubers trying to eke out a name for themselves, right? And what happened was the old system kind of fell apart. So the old system of transmitting data was through written guides, FAQs, on GameFAQs, for instance, or strategy guides. But because of the new, I guess you could say, like business model and paradigm of designing video games, a lot of guides become obsolete really quick, or there's new patches and things get swept up, and then you end up getting too much clutter. So I'll give you an example. Let's just head over to GameFAQs, right? It used to be a pretty big hub for looking up fighting game guides, and it's great for past fighting game guides, really. They've got a better chance of staying alive than on YouTube, I find. So in this case, let's look up Street Fighter 5, right? Alright, Street Fighter 5. Let's go look at the very first version. Let's look at PS4. There's got to be something here, right? So you go to guides, and it's just move list and guide. Like, is that really... It's not, you know, character centered guides, so that's kind of a problem. Like, okay. Whoa. That was loud. Give me 1 second here. Where art thou? Where was I again? Right, character guides. Let's see. So Street Fighter 5, we don't want that. Alright. Maybe PC has something for us. Nothing. Same thing. Game script? Man. Let's just take a look at one of these. 2017? I don't even know if I want to look at it. I don't know. Oof. This is weird. I don't know if this is helping anybody. So, okay, it's not what I'm personally looking for, and I don't know if it's what other people are looking for either. Let's go look at Arcade Edition. Man, that was kind of scary. Hey, a Zangief guide, but it's a 2018 guide, so it's already obsolete, right? Unless they frequently update it. But I'm not very confident in that. So let's try Champion Edition, PS4. There's got to be a guide by now, right? Nope. No. Just a move list. Why would I need a move list when the game already has an in-game command list? That doesn't make any sense. So that's a bit of a downer. Okay. And you can imagine going to YouTube and you look up like, oh, Zangief combos. Well, you look at what year they got produced, you look at how up to date they are, and I guess you have your basic tools, right? But why not, it's such a shame because we've got all these people on the internet. Why doesn't everyone just kind of contribute and make a big ass map? That's what I was thinking. Because I mean, if low, medium kick, low forward into Hadouken is useful, well, there's got to be other useful combo routes, right? It's just arming yourself with a bigger tool set. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll start trying to make a map. And this was for me, by me originally. Like I would put in win quotes and stuff like that just for my own enjoyment. But what I did was make like kind of a template. So it's like, okay, what are your cancelable normals? Not even going to go into them. What are your normals? And just write a brief blurb what they're good for. without going too far in depth, because I find that if you can learn a character in chunks, you can string it all together, but you still need kind of a map to know where you're going, right? So I made the second section as a legend here. It's from counter hit. Arrows mean links. Double arrow means cancels. Triple arrow means you can go into critical art. Arrow up means used as an anti-arrow, or maybe you need a crush counter. Arrow backwards means you can cancel into it, but it might not work or might not come out, so don't even go there. Or maybe I just won't even list something in there. I won't even bother. V-trigger, right? So this is the map when it's empty, right? And this is just for going into special moves and supers. That's it. You don't even want to go into V-trigger, because if you enter V-trigger, then the map gets way too big and hard to handle. So I decided, okay, you know what? Wait, this is the V-trigger section, isn't it? Right. This section is for specials and supers when you hit. The next section, VTO matrix, is when you install. And then what can you combo from after that, right? So that was my first way of setting this up. And then talk about special moves and EX and V skill system, all that stuff afterwards. V reversal, V shift, and then volumes for trials, and then notable players, and just thoughts. It seems really, rudimentary. It doesn't seem like such a big deal, right? But it really depends on the character you're using. So I am going to go with my most recent acquisition of Ken Masters, just to show you what it looks like when it's all filled up. And Ken's a really horrible example because his combo routes are so varied because of timing. There we go. So, okay. These are his normals. They're good for whatever use, right? Anti-air and whatnot. Now we have special move cancels, right? It's like, okay, these are all the jump buttons, right? This is a jump section, jump. Jab, short, strong, forward, fierce, roundhouse. Okay, that's nice. Nice and small. But once you get into the standing section, then you really see how big it can get. So Ken's standing jab alone can go into, stand jab into all this stuff. You don't want to go stand jab? Okay, stand jab into crouch jab into all this stuff. Oh, you don't want that? You can do stand short, go into all this stuff. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Like, it finally ends at this point. Not lying. That's how many things you can do with just a stand jab. And it's very distance dependent, right? So, yeah, I've been going to other Discords just to try out this experiment to see if it's worthwhile. But I think it's a good idea, not only for Street Fighter, because I think future games this will happen to as well. Because my local scene, this local scene here, Queen City Fighters, we're not that old, and people play all sorts of stuff. And I remember saying like, hey, let's play some Street Fighter 4. And then you get these old heads that used to play it, how many hours did you put in Street Fighter 4? Out of a roster of 40 something, right? I don't know the exact number, 38? And after all that time, you can still forget how to play the game when you go back to it some years later. Isn't that horrible? It's like we're zombies meant to just like perpetually play like the newest fighting game and then forget about it and then keep chasing this sense of fear of missing out. So I ain't with that. I want a good record. I want a team to make this stuff happen so that future players, like if this is your first Street Fighter game, for instance, you're not going to be lost to some sense. There's just so much information, but at least when other people have moved on and people are like, oh, you know what, I want to pick this game up for a discount, they're like, whoa, cool, you can do all this stuff. At least there's a resource available, right? And I think it'll be good. And the only reason I'm doing it this far into the game's lifespan is because I'd rather do it late, because the game is still changing, right? There's still updates. There's still 3 characters we haven't seen at this point of the recording. We still got to wait for Oro, Akira, and then fingers crossed, Jade Goat. I keep wishing. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to show. and just how to read these combo maps. I think it'll be handy for people. So standing strong, you can go into, wait, this isn't standing strong, this has got to be crouching, right? Oh, this is still, this is crouch strong. Anyways, this is standing strong. Whew. Ken sure has a lot of stuff going for him. And yeah, I'll be working on these guides piecemeal. It's not like I go to town on one character a day, but it's like, oh, what do all the jabs do, right? Let's see a different one here, just to show you what I'm working on. Oh, Lucia. So I'm not even going to touch any of her normals to begin with right now. Well, unless they're just general use. So a lot of this is not filled out. I'm not interested in that because the combo structure of a game traditionally used to be special move, right? Or maybe like super art at the very end, and then maybe special move, and then it was your normals that preceded all of that. Now it's changed because of V-trigger installation. Now they just added another component to it, right? So yeah, I'm just looking at one of her special moves. She's got this shoulder tackle, right? It's called Gunsmoke, which is the name of another Capcom game from back in the day, if you're familiar. But general use, she has different branching moves from it. But I just went with, okay, you do a quarter circle forward punch, that does her tackle. It's called Rough Chase. If you hit it from far, these are your options. Wow, that's a lot, right? But if you land it close, which I'm still working on, mid to close, then it turns into something like much smaller, right? So distance is really relevant. And I'm having a ball just playing multiple characters and learning them as opposed to just using one and playing ranked until I get to who knows what rank. I refuse. So that's just a little brief blurb and explanation on my end and what I want to contribute as far as things goes for from this community to the wider FGC. So if you're interested in a character, I'll get to them eventually, but it would really help if I had some fellow combo cartographers to join the idea, because there's just so much information and discussion going elsewhere. Like Discords, there's got to be more than one Lucia Discord, for instance. There's got to be more than one, person jumping from Discord to Discord. There's got to be more than one devoted website to giving you frame data. Like there's the CFN Capcom Fighters Network, their official page, for how long that stays up. There's the FAT app. There is Shoryuken Wiki. They all give the same information. But why couldn't it just be one, right? And I guess I'm kind of guilty in my own way of doing it this way. But at least it's not a video where you have to look for whether or not a button can combo into something. At least you can just go, hey, you know what? I'll give you a perfect example. Let's go back to Ken. Let's say I want to know his standing medium kick, hard kick, target combo, forward roundhouse. Let's go there. Assuming this thing loads. Okay, so we want to look for stand. We're at jump, we're at stand. Target forward. Target forward into roundhouse. Okay. I can go into critical art. From far, I can't get Hadoken. Close, I can. EX can miss from afar. Oh, then I can land Shoryuken in the corner. Okay. Far, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, that took a few moments just because I knew where it was and it was made, So that's the benefit of having written guides, because they cut off a lot of needless footage. And then you get sucked into YouTube. Who wants to be there forever? Man, let's quit that. I'm sorry, you're probably watching this on YouTube already. So if this has helped you in any way, or you're excited for this, or you have a character request and I'm not there yet, let me know. Maybe I'll just jump straight to that character after another one. I've got no particular path of destination for going through the roster, but I will want to experience this game fully. Because who cares about playing a fighting game day one? You're going to get a chance to play it sooner or later with people. It's just playing with certain people or enjoying the ride of seeing characters change that maybe that's what you fear missing out on. So that's all I wanted to say. It's cool. I love this. It's gotten some positive reception from random people in some Discord. Some newbies, they're like, whoa, this is cool. Now I can, everything's here. I don't have to go look up videos. And if you print this out, like this Ken map in particular, it's like 10 pages, but if you print double-sided, it's 5 pages. You've got 5 pages, that's your combo routes, and just a brief blurb on how to use special moves. So I really enjoy this process. It's very fun. But yeah, enjoy the ride. I'll catch you guys later.